My plan today was to run this boat in with the stock motor and ESC, stock prop, and see what speed it did, temperatures and the like, and then bring it back and put our 40mm upgrade in there with the 175 amp speed controller, and grease the cable, put the prop on, went to test everything, and the motor's stuffed, so we're just getting the noise out the motor. So I don't think I'll be doing that. I do have another motor, or probably a couple around the place somewhere, but do you think I can find them? No. So all I can really do then is forget the comparison and just fit the motor and the big speed controller. Got 1800 kV compared with 1650, but it's a much more powerful motor. It's a 40mm diameter instead of 36. We know it'll run cooler because it's a lower kV motor. It's going to spin slower unloaded, but when it's loaded up with the prop, you'll find that the bigger motor can spin it easier, so it will actually spin it faster. But oh well, we're not going to prove that today, so I'll just do the installation video. So first thing I'm going to do is take the tray out, just disconnect the servo, and then disconnect the shaft, and then I think it'll just come straight out. I have not done one of these conversions in years, probably 15 years. Okay. I've actually never even fitted one of our 175 amp speed controllers in the place of this, so we used to do a 180 amp Sea King speed controller with this conversion. Alright, so what else we got? So yeah, I'm not actually sure how I'm going to fit that in there. I think a lot of people just use double-sided tape. What else? Some more cooling hoses. Okay, so that gets me to there. So it's a pretty simple job to swap the motor over. Just those two bolts there. Got a ton of grease here because for a while I was running the stuffing tube without a liner, just because a lot of people do, and I just wanted to see if there was an advantage to it. And if getting grease inside your boat is an advantage, I guess that's it. I hated it. Alright. Alright, so this is the motor. This is how we do them. This one's been sitting out here for a while. You can see dust. We send them with the cooler already put it on, so people don't have to stuff around. It's got a 316 upgrade in there, and the stuffing tube on this one will only go up to the grommet there. It doesn't go all the way through. Just makes life a bit easier when you're doing this as well. Okay. These things you got to make sure you get them in right. It can be a bit deceiving. You can have it so it looks like it's right, but the whole thing's sitting up. Get that down. This here and here has to sit perfectly in here, not back, not forward, just right in it. Perhaps I don't have these bolts backed off enough. Although, there we go. There, you can see that's the bit there that matters. You got to get that perfect. I've got my stuffing tube just a little bit forward of this here, but I'm just going to push that back. Okay, and then I'll just tighten this up and everything will be tight again. Just chuck the collar on the motor. Okay, I just realized I stuffed up. This is a channel that makes mistakes. Not everything goes perfect every time. I can't get the collar on there now. So I've got to take this back out, put the collar on the motor and then put it back in. Okay, so the collet's on. Got this kind of loose so I can get that in there. If I was thinking about what I'm doing, I would have put this up that way, but all I need to do is turn it. It's just on some O-rings. And you can turn it. Just make sure you don't lean on these when you turn it, because they will snap off. They're only a M3 thread in there. Pretty small. Just brass. Okay, so make my life a bit easier if I slide that out. Put that in there first. Tighten him up so I don't move too much. Just remember you've got stainless steel bolts going into a plastic thread here, so you don't want to go too tight. Alright. Let's see how hard I can make this look. So you have to kind of go get these on an angle that way to get them past there. This one here. Oh, look at that. So I've got that perfect there and there. Winner, winner. Just tighten him up. It's just dawned on me that I'm not sure how that's held in. I hope there's not screws on the bottom. I think they click in or something. Got one around here somewhere. Couple of screws, are they? Right. Let's take him out for a third time. Yep, they're the culprits. Isn't this fun? Out of here. Alright, so how are we going to fit the speed controller? Let's figure that out. Okay, this speed controller is the same as what comes with the kit, but I don't like using the Traxxas plugs because all my batteries are 5.5mm on all my boats, so I'm not going to need these adapters anymore. Because this is a low current system, you can actually get away with the Traxxas plugs. Now, this speed controller is so close to fitting in that tray, it's not funny. I think it's going to get your hoses on here. I think a lot of people just, you know, put double-sided tape on the bottom here and just call it done. Alright, we do make these mounts for exactly this speed controller. More for, you know, a universal fitment. No, it's not going to work because it's meant to actually go that way. So the way that works is, yeah, it goes across there like that. So this part here needs to be basically part of the boat. So it's got to go across that way. It's not really going to be my friend because there's screws there. Go straight into here. Maybe what I might do, see, I want it to sit like that, is attach this to here from underneath. So I might just put some long bolts in here. I can see how people get away with just sitting it like that, and they kind of just, you know, force hoses around and make it work. And that would, you could do it, but no, I think I'll use this mount. Be a bit neater. Plus, it gives me another reason to take this off again, because I love doing that so much. Get the holes anywhere but on top of the stubbing tube. So I'll go over here. Over here. Maybe I'll just use those existing ones there. Okay, so there she is. I just used the two original holes that were in the bottom here for that were holding the speed controller on. And in here, I actually didn't need, I could have gotten away without taking this off, because if you drill a 4mm hole in the plastic, the bolt makes a thread through the plastic, so I could have done it without taking it off and putting the nylocks on it, but you know, this job's all about taking this thing in and out. So it's going to set up a little bit higher. You know, it's going to be sitting on those bolt heads. I don't have flat ones to go on there, but I'll just put a bit of probably double-sided tape on there just to lift it up a bit, so it's all kind of level. And the little bolts that come in, that go in here, that go for there, are probably not going to be long enough, because it's going to be raised up, you know, raised up a little bit. So I'll just put some longer M3 bolts in there. That should look nice and neat. Okay, so I've just stuck some double-sided tape on there, not even peeling the stuff off, just to raise it up. Obviously you don't need to use this. You could, you know, you could have the same result by gluing a piece of wood in the bottom there, and then double-siding tape, you know, the thing to the wood, or Velcro, you know, that would do just as good. The only advantage I guess I've got over all that is, you know, I can just take it off at any time and just not worry about the tape. Okay, so there you have it. The only thing I just would suggest, if anyone's going to put one of these in, just bring it forward just a little bit. I pushed it all the way back just to try and get the weight back, the motor being heavier than stock, but I kind of had to slide it just off the center of this, just because the box here is in the way, so it's just not quite centered. It'll annoy the crap out of me. So there you have it. There's a Spartan with every possible upgrade. I've even got exhaust on the back here, water outlet exhaust. So I just have to program the throttle now. So many people, well, like me I suppose, don't read the instructions, plug it in, then wonder why it just beeps and doesn't work. You can do this one little 5-second job anytime you fit a new speed controller. Because I don't have the Traxxas plugs, you need to wire this up in series. It's just red to black from 2 different batteries, of course. Don't try doing that from the same battery. That one there. And because I don't have another set of hands, I'll just do it through this switch off. Just got to hold it full throttle as you connect the power. Everybody knows this, surely. Okay, that's on, full throttle, power. Let couple of beeps, let go. 6 beeps for 6S, and it should just work. Is it going to spin the right way? Half the chance it will, half the time it won't. This is the other half. Well, it's probably 3/4 it won't when I'm doing it. Always seem to get it wrong. Swap any two wires around, doesn't matter which ones. She's blowing. That's it. Alright. Lake time. Alright, let's see what we got. I'm not expecting it to be much or any faster with this tiny prop on it. It's got the a stock prop on it. Our version of the stock prop, it's identical to the plastic one in CNC. This is all set up fairly safe, so it's not going to flip over. I'm pretty sure the last time I took this out with this prop set up exactly like this, it did 72 k's an hour. But it's not bouncing all over the place. It was just a nice way, a nice setup, just so you can test different props. Oops. What have we got on? It's always better if you turn that on. Alright. The water's getting down. We need winter to come back so we can get some more rain. The other thing is, with the heavier motor, this is going to be running a bit wetter than it was before. Bloody hell, it's sitting pretty nice, eh? But it's just sitting perfect, not to go absolute top speed, but you could just drive it like that all day long. So I'll just give it a bit of a thrashing and we'll see what the temps are like. Don't know that you can get a Spartan set up any better than this. I do have the experimental stinger on the back, which helps a little bit with the wings on it. This prop, even though it's identical to the plastic one, it's actually, being CNC, it doesn't flex. So that's why you can just nail it off the line and get an instant takeoff. That you just don't quite get that with the plastic ones. The cavitation is pretty minimal. Bring her in, see how hot she is. The thing is, with this will be similar to the stock setup speed, stock motor speed, but the stock motor you can only go to a 44mm prop. Stock is 42. That's what this is. But with this much power, I'll be able to go to, you know, a 48 to 50mm prop, which I will test. Unfortunately, when I push this damn thing into there, I must have lent on the on-off button, because I got no zero speed reading. We got nothing, so that didn't work. Okay, this is a 48mm prop that I found in the toolbox. I didn't realise I brought up. Just realised I wasn't videoing any of that, which is great. So the batteries had all the life taken out of them, but definitely going quicker. Jeez. It's not bad, because I've been running this thing for a good 5 or 6 minutes and I've been thrashing the hell out of it. We've still got battery life there. That's what low KV does for you. Alright, let's see what the temps are like. Temps are perfect. But no problems with that. What do we got here? 34 up to 40, 43 on that battery, 44 on that battery, 33, 30, well 35 on the motor. So the electrics, the motor and the speed controller are cool as with that. So we can definitely go bigger in prop than that was. Speed ain't gonna count for much because the batteries are, you know, way down when I started, so 77, that's not gonna be very representative.